Hey everybody, it's Anna, and welcome back. This is my long-anticipated vlog for SHUX, which is the board game convention that my husband and I went to a couple weeks ago now. This is us being super geeky nerds and getting ready for the convention by sleeving up a bunch of cards for the games that we wanted to bring. Enjoy! While we were there, we also went to the Vancouver Maritime Museum. We drove up and got there a couple of days early. I really love anything that has to do with ships and the sea, so this was definitely a big plus for me. While we were there, they had an entire exhibit about model ships, and these were all ships that were actually made by prisoners aboard ships in the 1700s. Most of them are actually made out of like food scrap bones and things that they had lying around. And this is a really old lighthouse light that was taken out of the lighthouse when they replaced it with electricity. Still works! I think by far my favorite part of being in the museum was getting to explore the Saint-Roch, which is a Canadian mounted police ship that actually circumnavigated North America through the Northwest Passage in the 1940s. So this is us atop the ship. Definitely one of the coolest things about this exhibit is that they still have the entire ship available for you to explore in dry dock. So here we are in the quarters where the Mounties on the expedition lived. In addition to that, there was also an Inuit guide and his wife, and they lived with their 7 children and 17 sled dogs in a tiny little tent that was on the deck of the ship. Another thing that I really loved about this museum is its emphasis on libraries. They have a collection of over 12,000 nautical books. And in addition to their in the museum exhibits, they have a whole bunch of ships that are actually moored outside that you can just go walk around and see. Some of them are privately owned, some of them belong to the museum.
Apparently this ship completely circumnavigated North America. The first version of this did it in 1942 and took 6 months, 3 weeks, or
2 years actually, because it spent time trapped in the polar ice.
Right. This one did it in 6 months. I forgot. Yeah, the other one did it in 2 years. This one only took 6 months.
But it says don't call the police if you need the police, because it's just part of the museum and not a real police ship at this moment.
The good ship service.
Which is the cutest little thing. It's got the tiniest sink in it. Now this is my kind of thing.
The North Star Marshall Island.
Yes.
This was just the beginning of our historical travels. We also did a walking tour after dark and visited the Anthropological Museum.
Gosh, it's hardly changed up there, but down here, no beautiful little gardens anymore. But I can't stand around here all night. The old-timey G right here.
We also spent some time walking around the Granville Island Public Market. We got some really delicious donuts and found this really adorable bookstore that I just couldn't resist taking pictures of. There were all kinds of little shops and food stalls and things around there. The second day that we were there, we went to the Museum of Anthropology, which is on the campus of the University of British Columbia. They had this amazing special exhibit there that was all about different puppets and puppetry from around the world, as well as their main collection, which houses a lot of Indigenous and First Nations artwork and cultural artifacts and things like that. So then came the moment that we were all waiting for, which was just the SHUX board game convention. It is my favorite convention that I go to every year. It is the friendliest place in board games that I have ever found. And yeah, I did take some footage of us playing games, not too much though, so there's just gonna be a wee little slideshow coming up after that. Here's a video I took of a bunch of people that we had just met that day playing the game Root together. It's one of my favorite games. It's so easy to find people that are willing to like sit down and try new games with you at this convention. One of the things I love about it is how easy it is to make friends and how welcoming everybody is there. A lot of people that were attending the convention had come from the United States, but there were also a lot of Canadians there. We got to meet people that had traveled all the way from Singapore, all the way from England, just to be there and play board games. And it was just really incredible to get to be around so many people that are just as excited about the hobby as I am. We got to play some games with the designers of the games right there, demo some titles that weren't even out and released yet or available for purchase, so that was really cool. I think I also just enjoyed the serendipity of getting to just walk by the board game library and pick out a game just because it seemed cool. I also loved getting to run my first ever RPG session at a convention. I ran an entirely self-written original Mouse Guard campaign session, so that was super fun. And then what did we do when we got done with the convention? We just went back to our hotel room and played a really long Civilization game because we were so sad that the convention was over. So that is my SHUX 2019 vlog. Thank you for watching, and please do stay tuned for other things that I have planned reviewing the games that I played. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.